Hey guys, we are back with some more Salt Lake City Lakers franchise mode, and in this one, we are facing the Colorado Avalanche in the Year 9 playoffs in round number 1, so we'll check out their lines once more. First line, Landy, McKinnon, and Rantanen, as expected. That's going to be tough to go up against. Second line, Jost, Sokolov, and Burke. Third line, Lievo, Donato, and Kapanen. Fourth line, Breland, Boqvist, and Sherwood. On defense, you have Gerard and Makar, Byram and Dumoulin, Gustafsson and Vatanen, and in goal, you have Bednar and Leonard. Scratched are Paros, Kyrou, and Scavello. We're going to go with Ilya Kistov to start things out, but if he slips up, I have no problem with going to Dostal. So, here we go. Game number 1. First period, we have a 2-1 lead for Colorado. Goal by Shane Wright on Bednar, but then Lievo and Landeskog on Kistov for the 2-1 Colorado lead. Second period, you have a lot of goal scoring here. Ryan Merkley on Bednar, and then Kapanen on his old team on Kistov, and then Wright, Burakovsky, and Miller all on Bednar, and then Nathan McKinnon on Kistov as well. Is a goal scoring fest going into the third. Let's see what happens here. Shots are 30-20 in favor of the Colorado Avalanche, but the score is in favor of your Salt Lake City Lakers 5-4. See if that changes here in a moment with the Colorado power play. No, it will not. All right, very nice. 5 minutes remaining. Come on, boys. Shut her down. Yeah, there you go. JT Miller on Leonard. And that should be all. Yes, indeed. We will take game number 1. As long as we're winning games, we're not going to mess with the lines. We're not going to mess with the goaltending at all. Let's just focus on winning games here. First period of game number 2. There you go. All right, I'll take it. Dumoulin with the first goal of the game, but then Wright, Marner, Naslund, and LaRose all on Bednar, and then Burke on Kistov to end off the first period, rather. Second period now. There you go. Messier and Dumba on Bednar. We are scoring at will currently on the Colorado Avalanche. Heading into the third period now. Shots are 29-16. We are now dominating in this game. Hayden Fleury on Bednar now to make it 7-2. And this game is pretty much over at this point. Sherwood with a goal on Kistov, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think, unless a miracle for the Avalanche happens, and it doesn't look like that is going to happen as we get down to the final second of the game, and we win 7-3 in a goal-scoring fest for your Salt Lake City Lakers. 3 stars of the game, Fleury, Waugh, and LaRose. Here we go, game number 3, going into Colorado now. See if they have any kind of home ice advantage here, or if we can take advantage of the fact that we're up 2-0 and go up 3-0. First period. All right, I'll take the first scoreless period, I believe, in this series. Shots are 12-7 in favor of your Salt Lake City Lakers. Second period. Ooh, okay. McKinnon and Donato on Kistov. They take the 2-goal lead into the third, but we're up in shots 29-17. So we're outplaying them, just not getting them to go in at the moment. Come on, boys. Get me one. Get me one. Get me one. We're halfway through the third now. Nothing doing as of yet. Come on, boys. Power play. Power play. Oh, my goodness. 4 minutes remaining. Power play for Colorado now. 2-1. Nothing doing for your Salt Lake City Lakers on 40 shots. And we get shut out. I'm really not blaming anyone on our team for that game. We just couldn't convert. And the Colorado goaltender was fantastic. That was basically it. I mean, the defense was pretty solid. We only let up 2 goals. Goaltending was solid. We just couldn't score to save our lives in that game. And you know what? That's kind of expected given that we were pretty much scoring at will in the first 2 games. So they obviously made some sort of adjustment. Regardless, they shut us out. We can't have that happen again going into game number 4 here. So here we go. First period. All right, I will definitely take it. 3-1 lead going into the second period. LaRose, Burakovsky, and Naslund on Bednar, and then Gerard on Kistov to end off the first period. But we're up by 2. Shots are 8-7. Second period, there you go. LaRose once again on Leonard this time. So Leonard's now in there. And we have a 3-goal lead going into the third period. Come on, boys. Finish it off here. I don't need any more goals, but okay. Get more if you want to. Shane Wright on Leonard makes it a 5-1 lead on the Avalanche, and this game looks to be pretty much over as we are well past the halfway point of the third now. Goddard on Leonard, the defensive defenseman scoring even. So, that game number 3 looks to be an exception as we have absolutely crushed the Colorado defense and goaltending in this series for the most part. 3 stars of the game, LaRose, Burakovsky, and Wright. And game number 5 now, we are getting ready to win this series here. First period, there you go. LaRose, Waugh, and Nieuwendyk on Bednar. Jost with a shorthanded goal on Kustov, but it's looking like we're definitely putting ourselves in a very good spot here. Second period, okay, we kept it tied, or not tied, but we kept the goal differential the same, I guess I should have said. Nieuwendyk and LaRose with the goals on Bednar, and then Donato twice on Kustov. So, score is 5-3. We are in a pretty good spot going into the third here. Just give me one more goal and I'll feel pretty comfortable with this lead. 5 minutes gone by in the third. A power play for Colorado. Nothing doing. Very nice penalty kill. Another power play for Colorado. And Kapanen scoring on his former team on the power play. Vatanen on. No. Come on, boys. They are back in it now as they have tied things up here in the third. What is going to happen? We are headed to overtime. Okay. You know what? It's been a while since we've done one of these. Let's go into it. Here we go. How is this going to end? Shane Wright out there on the face-off against Nathan McKinnon on home ice. Let's go, boys. Wright wins the puck back to Dundas. He gets it to Plekanec. Plekanec does a little D. Go my. That was fancy. Burakovsky in a prime scoring position. Misses the net. Oh my goodness. Come on, boys. Get it back. Get it back. Colorado with it. Rantanen dumps in. And Dumba picks it up. Gets it to Burakovsky, who finds Plekanec in the middle of the ice. Back to Dundas. Dundas carries it in. Dundas stops up, finds Plekanec, who finds Burakovsky on the boards. Dumba circles around, finds Burakovsky, I believe that was, who took the one-timer. But it got blocked in front. Rantanen now with the puck, and Kustov makes that save. While LaRose and Marner out there against Jost, Sokolov, and Burke. Face-off won by Sokolov, I believe that is. And Burke with the backhand shot. That was saved by Kustov. LaRose from Marner. Mitch Marner, the leading point scorer on the team during the regular season. And a shot now tries to find number 92 on the left wing, but didn't happen. Sokolov into the zone for Colorado. Finds 46 on the point. He turns back, finds Sokolov again, and takes a shot wide. 28 now for Colorado, takes it, but Marner for Salt Lake City takes it into the defensive zone, and Messier with the shot from the point, saved by Bednar. Third line out there now, Messier, Miller, and Nieuwendyk out there against Lievo, Donato, and Kapanen. Face-off one back by Messier. Fleury with the shot from the point, goes in. Oh my, let's go. We win the series, this game, and we are moving on to round number 2. Let's go. The shot from the point by the captain. I believe it was tipped in front. I'm not sure who got it, but I believe I saw the tip. And we are moving off to round number 2. Very nice. Is it going to show us a replay of the goal? I really want to see that. Because I'm pretty sure that I think it was JT Miller tipped it in front. Well, I didn't see a replay, so we're going to go into the instant replay for it here. So let's see what happened here. It was Fleury with the shot from the point. Nice shot. I mean, that was beautiful. Who is that got the tip? I'm pretty sure someone got the tip. Messier. Quentin Messier. Let's see. Yep, he got the tip. Quentin Messier with the game-winning goal, the series-clinching goal for your Salt Lake City Lakers against the Colorado Avalanche. What a finish to that game. Whew. Checking out the stats now, Joshua Waugh with 7 points in that series. My goodness. Then LaRose, Wright, Burakovsky, and Nieuwendyk all with 6. We really dominated them scoring-wise. Messier and Marner both with 5 as well. Fleury with 4. Clutch shot from the point there in game number 5, overtime, to win the game off the stick of Quentin Messier. And then Miller, Naslund with 3 points, Dumbo with 3 points, Merkley with 3 points, Taylor Rose with 3 points, Plekanec with 3 points, Frederick with 3 points. This team was very good. There were only 3 players who had less than 3 points in 5 games played. Dundas, Goddard, and Lambos. Pretty good, if you ask me. And let's check out goaltenders. So Kistov had a .888 save percentage, but we still managed to win in 5 games, so I guess I'm not complaining, but still, you'd like to see more out of him. It must have been a combination of that past game 5, where we allowed 5 goals, and then game number 1, where we allowed 4. Because other than that, he was pretty solid. He was. 3 goals against here, but we scored 7. 4 goals against there, but we scored 6. So our offense definitely showed up in this series for the most part. And even when it didn't, he was still pretty solid. Only 2 goals against in that game that we lost. I think we keep going with him into round number 2. And speaking of round number 2, let's see what we have. And it will be the Dallas Stars, the 43-31-8 Dallas Stars. Let's check out their lines, and we'll end things off. So their first line is Fiala, Sagan, and Bjorkstrand. Second line, Kuznetsov, Hurdle, and Mikheyev. And then the third line is Lazar, Cuff, and Brown. And the fourth line, Leipzig, Coyle, and Paling. And on defense, they have Palin and Klingberg, Sjoland and Bowie, and then Svatos and Ceci. And in goal, they have Yakola and Abney, and scratched are Stillman and Berchi. So there you go. There's the first round. And in the next one, we have Columbus versus New York, Ottawa versus Tampa, and then the Battle of Alberta, Edmonton versus Calgary, and then your Salt Lake City Lakers versus the Dallas Stars. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one when we face the Dallas Stars in round number 2. See you guys then.